Okay, I'm just going to look at solving 2 theta equations. So we're going to start with this one. Sine 2 theta equals cos theta. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, you just got to remember a couple of rules. So the sine 2 theta rule, which is 2 sine theta cos theta. If you've got cos 2 theta, it's cos sine sine. So it's cos squared theta minus sine squared theta. But if you want something in terms of cos squared, it's cos squared theta minus 1. Or in terms of sine squared, it's 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. So that's 2 cos squared theta minus 1. Both of those are derived from this one. So the first one is derived because you change the sine squared to 1 minus cos squared. So then you get 2 cos squareds. That's 2 cos squared theta minus 1. And the second one comes from changing the cos squared to 1 minus sine squared theta minus sine squared theta. And then you end up with 2 sine squared minus 2 sine squared thetas. Okay, so looking at that, we're only going to need the first rule for this one. We will do one later with the cos 2 theta. So sine 2 theta is 2 sine theta cos theta, which equals cos theta. So with any equation, it's always good to bring it to the one side, unless it's one dimensional, and then factorize. So that should be minus cos theta. Right? So there's a common factor of cos theta. So we take that out. So you end up with 2 sine theta out of this one, and then minus 1 equals 0. So when two things are multiplied together, either cos theta is 0, or sine theta minus 1 is 0. So that's 2 sine theta equals positive 1, so sine theta equals 1/2. So for the first one, cos theta is equal to 0 at 90, which is pi on 2, and 270, which is 3 pi on 2. And sine theta equals 1/2. The sine is positive in the first two quadrants, and the acute angle is 30. Okay, so that means it's going to be pi on 6 and pi minus pi on 6. That's over 1. That will be times 6. So you end up with 5 pi on 6 and pi on 6. So the solution here will be pi on 2, 3 pi on 2, pi on 6, and 5 pi on 6. So there's 4 solutions. Okay, now we're going to look at solving one with cos 2 theta. So cos 2 theta is cos squared theta minus sine squared theta, which equals cos theta. Of course, you're welcome to have had the one where you memorize that that's 2 cos squared theta minus 1. Or do it the long way, which I'm doing now, by changing the sine squared to 1 minus cos squared. So it's going to be 2 cos squared theta minus 1 equals cos theta. Bring the cos squared theta over. You get 2 cos squared theta minus cos theta minus 1 equals 0. So this is actually a quadratic. So it's in this form here. So if you let x equal cos theta, then this is a non-monic. So looking at that then, the product equals 2 times minus 1, which is minus 2, and the sum is minus 1. You could, of course, just factorize it straight out if you know what to do there. It would be minus 1 plus 1. So we want two things, I'm just going to do this a long way, two things that multiply to give minus 2 and add to give minus 1. So it's 2x squared. It will be minus 2x plus 1x minus 1 equals 0. So that's 2x minus 1 plus 1x minus 1, which ends up being 2x plus 1, x minus 1. So if you're solving for that for 0, you get x is minus 1/2 and x equals 1. But your x value was equal to cos theta. So that means cos theta is minus 1/2 and cos theta is 1. So cos theta is minus 1/2, cos is negative in the second and the third quadrant. The acute angle will be cos the minus 1/2, so it makes it 60, which is pi on 3. So it's be pi minus pi on 3 and pi plus pi on 3, Or you could do it all in degrees and then change it to radians. Times 3 times 3, so it's going to be 2 pi on 3 and 4 pi on 3. And cos theta is equal to 1, that will be when theta is equal to 0, and 360, which is 2 pi. So 0 and 2 pi. They are all of your answers, all the solutions in this domain. Okay, I'm going to look at cos squared theta equals cos 2 theta. So that would be cos squared theta equals cos squared theta minus sine squared theta. So they actually cancel out. You get minus sine squared theta. So you get sine squared theta equals 0. So sine theta equals 0. So where is sine equal to 0 between minus pi and pi? That would be 0, pi and minus pi. Because it's actually anywhere on the sine line, and it goes between minus pi, plus pi and minus pi. So that way and that way. So it's anything on that line. So 1, 2, 3 solutions. Okay, so we'll solve this for theta is in between minus pi and pi. Alright, so that means that 2 sine theta cos theta equals sine squared theta. So if you bring it to one side, that's 2 sine theta cos theta minus sine squared theta equals 0. So that sine theta is the common factor. So it's 2 cos theta minus sine theta equals 0. So sine theta equals 0, and 2 cos theta equals sine theta. So if you divide now both sides by cos theta, that means that tan theta will equal 2 sine theta is 0. Now sine theta is 0, that would be at minus pi, 0 and pi. Tan theta is 2, well tan is positive here and here. We're going to have to do this in radians. I might just do the solution over here. So it's going to be tan the minus 1 of 2, and that will put in degrees unless you change your calculator to radians, and then times pi on 180. You're just going to have to do it as a decimal point. And then we're going to have pi plus tan the minus 1 of 2 times pi on 180. So it ends up being 1.107, that's to 3 decimal places, and 4.249, that's to 3 decimal places in radians.